Hello folks, and today we are doing my first print on the Photon Mono 2. Get yourself a respirator. These are chemicals, guys. Don't put them in your lungs. They're not good for you. Got window open, fan going, rotation of air, nice circulation in there. So we got the vat filled with distilled water. This is just the water wash, so you're just supposed to be able to use regular water. Because you won't be able to hear me through this respirator, I'm just going to explain real quick. I'm going to take it out of the machine, unscrew it, pull it out, and fit it into the wash, and I'm going to wash it for probably 4 minutes. They said about 2 to 5 minutes from each one. You know what? Screw it. I'll go 5 minutes. Just have everything off. I have very minimal light in here. I've got the shading and everything else. Obviously, that's just like the regular light, like a light bulb. So I don't have really like UV rays coming. Once I get it from that into the vat and get it cleaned off, I'll put on another video and we'll take it off the build plate and everything else. So put this mic down and I'll put on my mask and we'll go at it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and let that go through the thing. Alright. So, the vat is done, cleaned pretty off. Yeah, cleaned pretty off easily. It did. It cleaned off pretty easily. I'm going to move this chair out of the way. I have just such limited space, guys. I apologize, but I'm doing my best here. Doing my best, okay? Okay? We're going to go ahead and pull this out. I'm probably just going to pour that water directly back into my specific jug, just because... Oh, wow, that is so dope. A little bit flexible. Okay. But that's pretty much cleaned off. I am going to take... Let me find this rag that I had. And I'm going to kind of clean off the top of the build plate. And just get some of this off. It's still got some resin buildup on it, a little bit, just barely. I think I'm just gonna kind of get all of that, as much of it off as I can. I do feel a little bit of residue left on the piece, so, well, you know what? It's actually pretty clean. We're gonna go ahead and run with it. I am gonna go ahead and try and get this to come off. So we're going to use this piece here. Ooh, I did spill some resin here on the table. I got to clean that up. But I should be good. I should be in frame. Let me make sure. Right here. I got a lot of projects going on, so. Alright. We'll go ahead and okay. Just be very gentle, I'd assume. There we go. Okay. Alright. Wow, that the photo etch on the inside, on here for the build plate, really has a nice grip to it. That's really good. So we're going to go ahead, since that's already cleared up, we're going to kind of blow off the rest of that water. And I'm just going to set it on the build plate right there and get that there, right there with this flex cure thing. We're going to go ahead and pop this on here. We're going to go to the flex cure. I don't think it works with my gloves on. Okay, flex cure is on. I think it needs to be a little bit more directly over top. very bright. Kind of hurts the old eyeballs. We're just going to go for 3 minutes. We're going to go ahead and press start. We'll see how this plays out real quick. Alright. You might hear some chattering around with the old Wolther's Original. Not sponsored. Alright. I left this in for 10 minutes. You should not have to. It does have a little bit of fume. I can't remember. I don't know. We'll see if I get cancer or something. I think you're still supposed to use the... oh no. There's no fumes after it's cured. Still has water and such. Oh, I broke it. Okay. So Delio, right? Let's look at it in here a little bit closer. Still got a little bit of water on it. However, I did, wherever that is, I did break it a little bit. I left it in. The longer you leave it in, the more brittle it becomes. However, I mean, this is pretty stout. It would just need to dry, I guess. You can actually leave this in sunlight, but it'll take about 1 to 8 hours, they said, to properly cure, depending on the resin you have. Mine is just the wash and cure. They suggest, but it said best in ethanol or I guess isopropyl alcohol. But I don't have that, so I'm going to wash it with water. But I've still got a lot of experimenting to do, but this is this is really cool. You can just see, I mean, everything is super clean. You can see a little bit of lineage. Let me actually get it into my eyeballs. You can see a little bit of lineage because of the position that it cured in. But if it's a flat line, it's completely flat. Give me a second as well. I'm gonna put this over here. Sorry for the crunching. I can never just suck on a Weller's Original. Caramel. I'll be right back. I mean, overall, I think I'll probably just glue this a little bit after it dries, but don't put it in for too long. And you can actually see, I see a little bit, you know, just like little imperfections and stuff, but once again, when you're printing, it's going to be, you know, you're going to be painting it after, generally. So, I mean, overall, this is super cool. This is, I mean, it's kind of substantial too. It's not, I mean, it's light, it's plastic, but it's like, it's not, well, it's really not plastic, it's resin. It's different than plastic, but yeah, guys, the Anycubic Photon Mono 3, and it's very nice 3D printing capabilities, like I said. I've still got some editing to do, but and just adjustments and kind of play around with it and see how it goes. But other than that, super awesome, guys. I highly suggest purchasing one if you're going to be doing a lot of model stuff like this. A sneak peek. I've got a lot of details and stuff that I'm doing with this Gunpla. I'm still working on. But I can 3D print little greeblies to put on that and stuff, and I will be. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. It was a pleasure having you here today on Tim's Hobby Hour, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.